What are some tactics for restricting opponents' play? Have you ever wondered how top chess players keep their opponents from executing their plans? The answer lies in a strategic approach known as restricting opponents' play. This concept is closely tied to prophylaxis, which means anticipating your opponent's moves and stopping them before they become a threat. Let's break down some effective tactics you can use to restrict your opponent's play. First, controlling key squares and lines is essential. By occupying important squares, especially in the center of the board, you limit where your opponent's pieces can move. For instance, placing a knight on a strong outpost can make it challenging for your opponent to contest that square. Next, consider using your pawns to block your opponent's pawn breaks. A well-structured pawn chain can prevent their pieces from advancing. This tactic not only restricts their movement but also solidifies your position. Another effective method is to strategically place your pieces to limit your opponent's mobility. Position your knights and bishops to control squares that your opponent wants to use. This can effectively box in their pieces, making it difficult for them to find good squares. Exchanging pieces favorably can also help. Trading off your opponent's most active pieces reduces their attacking potential. For example, if you can exchange a well-placed knight that controls critical squares, you significantly limit their options. Prophylactic moves are another key tactic. These are moves made not to improve your position immediately but to prevent your opponent's plans. If you anticipate a pawn push or a piece development, make a move that complicates or stops that plan. Creating weaknesses in your opponent's position can be advantageous. By applying pressure, you can induce weaknesses like backward pawns or weak squares. These weaknesses restrict their piece activity and can be targeted for further advantage. Sometimes, sacrifices can lead to positional gains. Sacrificing a pawn or minor piece can help you achieve a dominant position that restricts your opponent's pieces. For instance, a pawn sacrifice might open lines for your pieces while keeping your opponent's forces passive. Lastly, applying psychological pressure can frustrate your opponent. When they cannot find active plans, they might make mistakes in an attempt to break free from your restrictions. In practical terms, during the middle game, focus on improving your position while ensuring your opponent's pieces remain passive. Avoid rushing into tactics unless they help maintain or increase the restriction. The goal is to make your opponent's pieces feel trapped, eventually forcing them into a defensive posture. Studying games by players known for their prophylactic style can offer great examples of how to effectively restrict opponents' play. Pay attention to how they control space and limit piece activity. By mastering these tactics, you can significantly improve your chess game and keep your opponents on the back foot.